Hello.
Good afternoon, or actually good morning, everyone. I am Lynn Fugit, and I am the Chief Executive Officer of the Girl Scouts of Southern Appalachians, and I'm so happy you could join us today for our virtual Trefoil Society Luncheon. I don't know about you, but I would much rather be at the Chattanooga Golf and Country Club having a nice luncheon and getting to walk around and hug and chat and do all the things that we love to do when we go to these types of events. But today we continue to be able to honor an outstanding woman. And I'm so excited that this year we get to honor Ronna-Renee Jackson. Ronna-Renee, I have to go ahead and say, has a special place in my heart because she was on the selection committee that hired me. And so I met Ronna-Renee years ago and was very impressed by her and have appreciated her stewardship of the council with her service on the board. And I find it a little interesting that today I also saw is National Women's Business Executive Day. So it's very fitting that we're honoring an outstanding woman today on such a national holiday as well. I want to, before we move on, thank our sponsors this year. Once again, First Horizon has agreed to be a sponsor of the Trefoil Society Luncheon, and we thank you. I think I saw Jay Dale come on and Jeff Jackson, so thank you all so much. The Trust Company of Tennessee is a sponsor, and Southern Heritage Bank. We thank you all for your support of our council, but most importantly, for the girls in our council who your financial contributions help make such a difference. If you were ever a Girl Scout, you know we start every meeting with the law and the promise. So we're going to do that today. It's going to flash on the screen, and if you know it, you can say along. You don't have to unmic yourself. You'll just listen to me read the law and the promise. Okay. On my honor, I will try to serve God and my country, to help people at all times, and to live by the Girl Scout law. I will do my best to be honest and fair, friendly and helpful, considerate and caring, courageous and strong, and responsible for what I say and do, and to respect myself and others, respect authority, use resources wisely, make the world a better place, and be a sister to every Girl Scout. Girl Scouts is such a fabulous program, and our law and our promise summarize what we stand for. Before we go further, though, I do want to tell everybody that, like I said, we would like to walk around and hug and chat. Well, the best we can do today is at the end of the meeting, we will leave the Zoom meeting open and open up the mics so everybody can speak to Ronna-Renee. I'm really sorry we can't be there in person so everybody can congratulate her in person, but we will open up, like I said, the mics at the end of the meeting, and everybody stay and chat and visit. So what we hope you will see here today, and I know you will come away impressed with, is that Girl Scouts helps unlock the potential of every girl, and they unleash it in their communities with service and throughout the world. I hope you leave here understanding how we build a Girl Scout. Now, please watch this short video that demonstrates just what Girl Scouts is all about.
Whether you are a fashion designer, whether you are an advocate for the outdoors, whether you are a high adventure girl, you belong in Girl Scouts.
You get lifelong lessons, friendships, and you get amazing opportunities.
I've been able to travel to so many places through Girl Scouts, such as China and working in a conservation center with pandas.
One summer I went whitewater rafting with Girl Scouts. On the trip I met so many amazing girls that I still continue to keep up with today.
I met incredible professionals who were in the fields that I wanted to go into.
Girl Scouts has just been so incredible in showing me that I have a voice and giving me all these opportunities to speak that.
Young women are so powerful, and through Girl Scouts we're able to recognize that. And when we own the amount of power and impact and influence we have over the world, there's literally nothing that we can't do.
If you keep sticking with Girl Scouts, there are so many opportunities to channel your passions into action, to explore activities, interests, hobbies that you might not have even thought were relevant to you at all.
I am very, very honored today to introduce Ronna-Renee Jackson. I was so thrilled when I was asked to do this. Ronna-Renee and I have a lot in common. And while we were never in the same Girl Scout troop, we certainly could have been, because our families crisscrossed many of the same states, including Virginia, North Carolina, and Florida. And those are just a few of the places we both lived. Because she moved around a lot, she understands how important it is to make newcomers feel welcome. And in fact, she was the first person, other than my work buddies, who invited me to lunch when I moved to town. And I deeply appreciated this. Hard to move to a new town. We hit it off right away, and we didn't even learn until later that we shared Girl Scouting as a common experience. Now, one of the stories she told me about being in a new town was that she was the new girl in her scouting troop, and the girls were planning a camping trip. And you know that involves grocery lists of what's going to work outside in the woods and what's not, especially with no refrigerator. And you have to sort out what cooking pots and pans and utensils you might be able to use over a campfire. So she was trying to be helpful, and another girl in the troop was naming the items they would need: a frying pan, a cooking ladle, for example. And Ronna-Renee would say, "Oh, I've got one of those at home, I can bring it." This went on for a few minutes until one of the fourth graders said loudly, in only the way that a fourth grader can announce these things, "Ronna-Renee, the troop has these things already." And you can imagine how that made her feel. But that's not what she took away from this. What she took away instead was it's important to be more kind and empathetic, especially to people who are new to things. So after she told me this story, I thought a little bit more about the shared experience we had in different troops. And knowing her leadership skills, I let myself imagine how things might have been for me if only we had been in the same troop. Let's talk about those badges, those hard-earned symbols of accomplishment. They also require sewing skills. And I'm pretty sure the sewing badge on my sash is still attached with a safety pin, maybe 2 safety pins. But if only Ronna-Renee had been there, I imagine she would have said something like, "Well, let's just get this sewing badge stitched on here and get that out of the way, and let's go do something more fun, like create a badge for learning something new in technology." And of course, as an adult, she became a leader in our community and served as executive director of the Chattanooga Technology Council, known as CHA-Tech. That's where she was when I met her. Or maybe she would have assessed which one of these badges represented the more important life skill, sewing or swimming. I struggled a lot with swimming. If she'd have been there, I imagine she would have analyzed the situation, found a more experienced swimmer to help me, and then figured out who had sewing skills so we could trade to get those badges put on. In real life, she did go on to develop and co-write a mentor training program, and she led mentoring classes for CWLI, the Chattanooga Women's Leadership Institute. She also led an entrepreneur program headquartered at GPS, Girls Preparatory School, called Mighty, Brilliant, Determined. And to be clear, this was not offered just to students, it was offered community-wide. If you want to look at a new way to get something done, Ronna-Renee is at the top of everyone's list. And each of those badges means something different. Some are easier to earn than others. Some mean more because they took more courage. So stay with me for a minute. I am not going to read a list of her many achievements. We'd be here all day and she would kill me later. But I do encourage you to read her bio in the program because it's pretty incredible what she has accomplished. Let's just say she served on many boards of directors in engineering, healthcare, business, and community service. She served as Sergeant of Arms for the Rotary. And trust me, when she let us know it was time to shut down those cell phones, we knew she meant business in a good way. So other than today's most magnificent and wonderful recognition, another award that means the most to her is the Women of Distinction because it shares the same values that Girl Scouts champion.
A woman of distinction is one who volunteers her time to help improve the quality of life for others and establishes standards that inspire and encourage other women to achieve their full potential, and provides leadership and influences decisions that shape their community. Ronna-Renee exemplifies courage, confidence, and character. She is, without a doubt, one of the most fearless leaders I know. Please join me in honoring her, and she's going to share a few words with us now and tell us more about her Girl Scout experience.
Hold on, Ronna-Renee, you are muted.
We got to get her on there. Let's do it.
That's right. Still says you're muted.
Technology is so much fun. And we have problems with this all the time on the Zoom calls that I'm on. It's incredibly frustrating.
You're good. Go ahead, Ronna-Renee. Yes.
Okay, hold on. Got to get myself together here now. I have a condition that I call popcorn brain. Don't worry, it's not a medical condition. It's a term that I affectionately use to highlight my own inability to focus on one single thing. Like you heard from Sybil, I do a lot of different things and my brain is always popping off with new ideas. Even containing myself to this screen is a challenge for me. And as I prepared for today, I thought it was no different. I could tell them about camping and why that was so fun for me and all the different experiences, or how Girl Scouts was an anchor as we did move a lot and it allowed me to connect and make new friends. Or I could talk about the impact studies that show that girls who are Girl Scouts are 2 times more likely to be civically engaged women. There's so much that girls benefit from Girl Scouts, but how to share all of this in only a few minutes. So I narrowed it down to 3 main points that I would like to make. 1, the scouting movement in general. 2, the benefit of single gender organizations. And 3, the power of one. So when I think about scouting and how it's important to our family, I want to share with you why. It's been a lifelong program for us. My husband recently received the highest civilian award given by the Boy Scouts of America as he was named a distinguished citizen in the South Florida Council. My son achieved the life rank. My daughter is an active scout pursuing her silver award, and I am a lifelong Girl Scout. It provides leadership and lifelong learning, each tailored to the individual. And if you haven't checked out the wide array of things that are offered by the scouting movement today, I encourage you to go and look at the websites. When so much is asked of parents in this weird time, scouting is a really great way to learn new skills and still have fun. The second point is about a single gender organization. You may have heard that the Boy Scouts now accept girls. I don't really know what to say about that. So I want to talk about what I do know, which is the power that comes from single gender organizations. And there is no better time to celebrate being a woman than this week, as we pause to mourn the death and celebrate the life of Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She paved the way for our daughters to have opportunities that even my generation didn't have. And some of those opportunities were accelerated in single gender organizations where every decision, every leadership position was done by women. And in the case of Girl Scouts, girls. Girl Scouts is the largest leadership development program in the world. The Cookie program teaches budgeting, planning, and sales skills. Troop meetings allow for preparation and follow-up. These are skills that girls will need throughout their careers, and it lays the foundation for them to go on to be leaders in college and beyond. Maybe you were president of your sorority, or maybe you were in student government, or after your career, you were in management, or you joined the junior league, or many other number of women's organizations. We believe so strongly in single gender opportunities that we send our daughter to a single gender school. Girl Scouts is committed to raising girls of courage, confidence, and character. And guess what? They go on to be women of the same. The last area that I want to talk about is the power of one. A few years ago, I read a book by that same title. It was more of a workbook. It had a lot of questions that were sort of introspective, like think about the one person that influenced you the most and what was the lesson you learned from them. Or think about the one person that you had the biggest impact on, and what did they learn from you? Even preparing for today, I recalled that book, and I like to flip through it each time I see it on my shelf and think about all those things. Who was the one troop leader that had the biggest experience for you? Who was the one girl that went to camp and got the confidence to take on a new challenge at school? Today, I'd like to ask you to harness the power of one and make a gift to Girl Scouts so we can continue to offer the largest single gender leadership development program to girls everywhere, one at a time. Like many organizations, the pandemic has set us back. The Council was one of the first to offer virtual troop meetings and offer programming through formats like this. Women are problem solvers, and we rise to the occasion in many ways. And so today I would ask for you to rise, because your gift will help us replace funds lost by the cookie program this year. I know you missed those booths out around town. And your gift can send one girl to camp, or it may be the first opportunity to lead, where they have the first opportunity to lead a new program or activity. Or you can send one girl or a volunteer of the more than 10,000 girls served by this council to travel all around the US and even the world. Do it for yourself, do it for Ruth, do it for any woman that is a big factor in your life, your mother, your daughter, your sister, your friend. Give for me. I am so proud to stand on the shoulders of the women who were honored in this way before, and I continue my commitment to Girl Scouts, and I thank you so much for being with us today and joining me and becoming a member of the Trefoil Society.
Ronna-Renee, you can't hear the applause, but there are lots of hand clap things that I was seeing all over. So again, thank you so much for your words. They were absolutely spot on. And it is amazing when you think about 108 years of Girl Scouts and all the women who have become leading citizens in this country and our own community that have a tie to Girl Scouts. We often say, people say, what's the highest achievement a Girl Scout can earn? And I say, well, it's the Gold Award for a girl. But the highest achievement a Girl Scout earns is a lifelong commitment to her community. Ronna-Renee is a perfect example of the value of our program. What she learned as a girl, she has carried through her entire life, and every place she's ever lived is better for that. And we're glad that for a while, she spent a lot of time in Chattanooga, and we got to know her and love her. And we're really glad you're back in Tennessee, even if it is a few hours west. So with that, I want to thank our sponsors again today, all our table hosts. I can't thank Ronna-Renee enough. I look very forward to post-pandemic when we can all be together next year. I'm counting on it, that we'll all be together again next year in Chattanooga. And Ronna-Renee, you'll have to come back so that we can hug on you then, and the council owes you a really good lunch. So sorry you had to feed yourself today. Now, if we want to open up the microphones and let everybody speak to Ronna-Renee, I know she would love to hear from us, so please take me off the big screen and let's go gallery and let everybody just visit. Yeah, put Ronna-Renee on the big screen.
Oh dear. Well, I'm glad the text to give information is on the screen. That's important as a way, an easy way for you to commit and send a text to give. Or of course, we take checks and cash. I brought a cash gift from my mother-in-law today. It was so nice. So I really am happy to be here. And I don't know if people can talk or chat. I've been watching the scroll bar on the chat.
Yes, so the chat is very active, but people are allowed to or able to unmute themselves now. If you see lots of faces in the top right-hand corner of the Zoom, there's a little box of 9 boxes that says gallery view. If you'll click that, then you guys are going to see lots of faces of everyone who's in attendance today. And we're let you guys unmute yourself.
Congratulations, Ronna-Renee. It's Renee and all your Ale Pie sorority sisters. We love you. We're so proud of you.
Thank you. Oh, Pinky, look, and Kim, and Donna, Donna L. Oh, Jenny Nicely. Oh my gosh, this is Jay. This is making me so happy. Look at everybody.
This is when we do this. This is the most fun part because you can't be walking around the country club hugging. So now you know
That's true.
Congratulations.
Thanks,
There's Mary
Pinky.
Fortune and
Congratulations,
Deb
Ronna-Renee. I'm here. It may be loud where I am. Sorry, guys. I'm going to go back
Hey,
to
Kim.
mute, but I'm making my donation. Bye,
Yay,
guys.
thanks, Kim.
Congratulations, Ronna-Renee.
Thank you. Hey, Sandra. Look at everybody. Oh, I do wish we were at the club. It would be so nice to hug on everybody. And this is the weirdest time. You know, I was afraid we were going to have to wear our masks during the thing, but I'm in a room by myself, so that's good.
Florida.
Well, Florida's gone. I'm over Florida. We have moved away from Florida, and we are moving to Memphis.
Oh, wow.
So, ironically, I looked at my calendar. I'm living in a hotel in Memphis, and my furniture is being delivered next week on the exact same date that 1 year ago it was delivered to Florida.
Oh, wow.
We have a lot of change in our life, but it's all great.
well traveled furniture. Maybe it could get a merit badge or something. I don't know.
Will you just remind us how much of what we donate today goes to our region?
All of it.
All of it. Okay. Thank you.
I mean,
You probably said that.
Well, no, I didn't. I mean, all our funds are used. We use a lot of our funds for financial aid for young women. We do try to serve every girl wherever she is. And so it goes for membership. It can go for camp experiences, uniforms, any number of things, and new programming that we do. So I think I saw Jeff on here. I see Jeff down in the corner. You want to say hello
There
to
he
your
is.
wife?
Oh, hey, honey. I saw Jay.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm
Doing
good.
great. Congratulations. Great speech.
Thanks. Thank you.
And I see Jay. So
Ronna-Renee.
Yeah, congratulations, Ronna-Renee. That was an awesome speech, well-deserved, and I'm glad I'm not the only one with a popcorn brain. I'm going to use that one again.
Oh, yeah, it's a good term. I thought I heard my dad.
You did hear your dad. Congratulations.
Thanks, my sweet dad, 85, living in Florida. Good for him. Thanks, Dad.
That's so sweet.
Hey,
Hi,
Ronna-Renee. This is Hey, this is Tamara Boyer. Just wanted to thank you for all you've done for Girl Scouts. I love being chairman of the board, and if you were here, you know you go next because you are a true leader and you are a chairman, whether you hold that title or not. So thank you so much for letting us honor you today.
Thank you. I feel so honored and loved. Thank you.
Hey, Ronna, it's Kim LaFew.
Hi, Kim.
Virtual hugs, and I wish that we could spend some time together, but maybe I just need to come to Memphis.
Come to Memphis. We're just down the road, but I'll be back a lot.
Yes, that's awesome. We'll send my best to Sarah Catherine.
Thank you. I will.
So y'all, when Ronna-Renee left, she didn't recruit like one person to replace her. She had to recruit like 2 or 3.
yes. Yeah. A lot of you are on the call. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ronna-Renee, for that. So.
Thank you all so much. I really am so grateful for your attendance today, for your support, for your constant encouragement. It means the world to me personally and to my family, and I really am grateful. Grateful.